all week, we're helping unveil the highly debated player ratings in the popular video game Madden NFL 22. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 quarterbacks. This should be exciting. Take a look at the list, y'all. Mahomes coming in at number 1. He got a 99. Then Tommy Brady, 97. Rodgers after Tom Brady with 96. And then you can see Russ and Lamar. So we'd like to welcome in a very familiar face, one of the most prolific winners in NFL history, a 3-time Pro Bowler and former Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith. Alex, thank you so much for being with us.
Molly, thanks for having me.
Of course. And let me just say this. Your whole story and how you came back was extremely inspirational. And I'm not just saying that to be nice, like just seeing the specials and all that you went through, really inspiring. So just huge kudos to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But now, before we jump into it, how's retirement treating you? Are you liking it? It seems like you're still busy.
It's good. It's good. I'm still getting used to that word.
Yeah.
And I think here we're coming up on the fall. This will be the first fall in 25 plus years that I have not been in a training camp. So I'm excited. Obviously I think there will be mixed feelings and mixed emotions. I think that's only to be expected, but I'm also excited to spend a bunch of time with my wife and kids. I've put them through a lot. They have sacrificed so much over the years. And so excited to see what's next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alex, Stephen A. here, man. Thank you for being on the show. And I just want to say when I think about emotion, I got a different kind of emotion a lot of times. But one of the soft spots that hit me was when you returned to the field and I saw your wife and kids in the stands. That was one of the most beautiful scenes that I've ever seen, to be quite honest with you, watching a football game. And I want to ask you, now that you've retired, after that horrific injury, could you explain to us why you decided to come back in the first place, considering the fact that you've now elected to retire?
Absolutely. I think it's because of, for me, the last 6 months here since the season's ended, I honestly feel like I have zero limitations. I don't think there's anything out there mentally for me and physically that I can't go attempt to try and do. I have to adapt.
Let's start with the guy who held the clipboard and learned under you, and that's Patrick Mahomes, who's a 99. I get it. To my eye, that's the best I've ever seen. But Aaron Rodgers is like, if Mahomes is 1, then Rodgers is 1A, or if he's 1A, then he's 1B. And he was the reigning MVP. And Tom Brady is the GOAT, won 7 Super Bowls, and he's the reigning Super Bowl champ. How does Brady wind up at 97? And even worse to me is Rodgers at 96.
Max, I think you hit the nail on the head. This was the first thing that jumped out to me on the list. This is the easiest adjustment on there. Without a doubt, obviously, Patrick has set the bar. He's in the prime of his career. I think I'm not sure we still see the ceiling of what he can do. He's doing things that just haven't been done in this league ever. But then you take, like you said, Aaron, I don't know how you take the reigning MVP, arguably one of the greatest statistical quarterbacks of all time, a generational talent, who is coming off one of the greatest quarterback seasons ever, and you give him a 96. So for me, that jumped right off the list. And then you said it, the great outlier, Tom Brady. He's won more Super Bowls than any NFL franchise. By himself. This is going on 7. I understand that he's turning 44 this year. I still think we can't put him in a box. He's continued, I think, to defy the aging process, and every year I think this is the year Tom's he's gonna decline, and he continues to obviously contradict that. So those 3, I don't know how you would put one ahead of the other. In my mind, they're all 99s.
When I watch these quarterbacks play, particularly in this day and age, Alex, I think about Drew Brees and how exceptional he looked before he retired. I think about Tom Brady, how exceptional he continues to look. But it also feels like guys like that are basically holding, they've got the folks that look at traditional quarterbacks and are holding on to them for dear life, because Lamar Jackson is not traditional, not with his running ability. Patrick Mahomes is not traditional because we see all the things that he could do with his feet. He was running for his life. They said he ran for about 400 yards in the Super Bowl, that was scrambling for his life against Tampa. We know that Aaron Rodgers, as beautiful of a passer as he is, he can scramble with the football as well. When you look at the quarterback position in today's day and age, Do you see that the ability to be mobile is just a plus, or is it an absolute necessity and a requirement to succeed in the NFL in this day and age? Obviously, with the exception of the Tom Brady's of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a requirement. I think we've seen progress in the position. I think we've seen progress in the NFL. I don't think you have to look too far back. 20 years ago, a guy like Lamar maybe wasn't going to get an opportunity. This was the, quote unquote, could he be a pro style quarterback? I think that has come and gone, and thank God. I think we're seeing guys playing the position that have tool sets that are vast, and we're seeing offenses and coaches that are putting them to use. And I think it's amazing to see in the NFL, to see that progress. I think quarterback position was kind of the last bastion, really hold out a little bit of that kind of archaic mentality. And it's been amazing to watch these young guys come in and that are really running an extension of a lot of times the offenses that they ran in college. So in my mind, this is one of the best times in history for quarterbacking, to see a guy like Patrick, Kyler, Josh Allen come in with the tool sets they have and to be able to use them all. I think, like I said, from a fan perspective, for me, I know I have a ton of fun watching all these guys that do it a different way, get to do it their own way, and have that opportunity.
Alex, sorry to jump you, but speaking of doing it their own way, what did you think of Aaron Rodgers' press conference the other day? Because we were all like riveted, 30 minutes, and it felt cathartic, just hearing him so raw and real. But you playing the position at such a high level for such a long time, what did you think of that?
I absolutely loved it. I think it was one of the most rare scenes we've seen.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.